Gomez. That's my favourite one I've ever done.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah,
really good. Yeah.
Because I always had a problem with Gomez before, because it always sounded like they were trying to sound like these world-weary Tom Waits style gravelly voice guys.
And they were 20.
And they were like 14, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's great. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
well done, boys.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Gervais gives it thumbs up.
Oh, dear. Can I play an Elvis Costello track?
You know, I'd love to bloody hear some Elvis Costello. I'm saying that.
Well, you know why? Because we met him and he's a lovely man.
We did meet him, yeah.
And
without wishing to show off.
I remembered all the great songs he's ever done. I didn't like his spoken word much, too much. And some of his later projects I thought were a little bit. But his own songs from, 1978 to about 1980, I thought were great.
Why did we meet him? I can't just remember why we met him, Rick.
Oh. I wasn't doing that.
No, I can't remember.
We won an award.
Was it because we won another bloody award? Stop giving us awards, please.
Oh, God.
Not enough room in my house.
Oh, dear, we've only got 2.
Yeah,
and we haven't got one of those. The one was the BBC, so he's got a lot of room in his house. And I've got the other one, he let me have it, so he's got no award in his house at all.
Can I,
You can borrow it.
Can I don't know who you're talking to. I spoke to Richard Wilson from One Foot in the Grave.
I spoke to him.
Yeah, but he's a lovely bloke. He's a really nice guy. But he said to me, could I do a cameo in the office for £40,000? And I went, could like Ricky do like an amusing pratfall or something, and then you just come in as a cleaner and go, I don't believe it. And he looked at me like. Why have you said that? Why have you brought that up? I felt so guilty.
Oh no!
I so wanted to apologise.
But why is it this? So we know it's wrong to do that.
I don't know why I said it.
We know. Do we think? No, it's different for me.
Exactly. We're in the business.
I'll do a new twist on. I don't believe it, and he'll go. That's the best. I don't believe it twist I've ever heard.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Why did you? You didn't tell me that.
I know. I felt ashamed. I felt really ashamed.
Oh no!
I was a little bit drunk. I wasn't thinking straight.
Oh,
it was so embarrassing. I was talking to a friend of mine who said, who was it? I can't remember, was it? He said that he was watching it was a sports cast, which it may have been, Formula 1 racing or something like that. And he was watching, and there was a commentator, and the commentators have got to keep talking all the time.
Yeah.
And he was going, and there's the team there. Oh, good to see so-and-so's girlfriend in the audience. And he said he saw, and it cut to Richard Wilson in the audience, and he went, and the bloke went, and there's One Foot in the Grave. I love that. He knew he had to say it there, but he couldn't remember his name or the character.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And there's One Foot in the Grave.
Oh, dear.
That'd be brilliant. And there's The Office.
I know.
Brilliant.
What, you're putting us alongside One Foot in the Grave, thing that's been going like 10 years and one of those. What you're putting us alongside. It beat us, Steve. Get over it. It beat us in the Comedy Awards.
No, I was just saying that you're an identifiable face if you're at a Formula 1 event. Okay. Old. Grumpy.
One Foot in the Grave.
Yeah, One Foot in the Grave, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, Carl, any thoughts before we move on anything we've said so far?
Elvis Costello.
Well, I'd like to play Red Shoes.
Are we ready for
Not yet, I'm just saying.
What?
Do you know who his dad is?
Declan McManus. No,
I don't know his real name.
Declan McManus. He was a big band leader in the 50s or something, wasn't he?
No, he was in the R. White's Lemonade ad.
Oh!
Was he?
Oh no, it's so much to do with that.
Good, so we're catering there to the audience listening who are 50 and above. Well, I don't, and I'm the target audience.
I'm a secret lemonade drinker. R. White's Lemonade. You must remember that.
Never heard that.
Oh, those chimps that drink tea. Oh! Once, right, in school, we had a French dictionary, and ice cold coke on the back of my throat. Singing hello summertime, it's the real thing. Remember that?
No!
Oh, you know. We translated that into French.
Is that the end of that story?
Yeah!
That's the end of the story?
Yeah! But I know it in French.
Do it.
But it doesn't make sense. We just literally did the word.
Go on, let me hear. I can't believe you remember this.
Tres fois, coke, solidaire, mon gosh, chante bonjour, estival jump, celebrate.
That's the only French you know, isn't it?
It's not even French. We just did it word for word. It doesn't make any sense.
Can you say another word of French? Can you quote
Le
Shakespeare?
Plume de ma tante.
Can you quote anything else? Is there anything else you can quote other than that? Is there anything else you learnt at school that you can remember word for word?
No.
Nothing.
Le chat est sur le mur.
I don't just mean French, I mean anything. English, maybe a bit of poetry that you can remember?
Of course I can, yeah.
Go on, quote a bit of poetry for me.
Like what?
Whatever you remember.
Light through on the window breaks. It is the east and Juliet is the sun. The rise west sun and kill the envious moon. It was already sick as well. Anyway. What do you want?
Doesn't really count.
What? Shakespeare doesn't count?
No, because that's everyone knows that one.
Oh, going what then? What should I know?
The Wind Hover by Gerald Manley Hopkins. Oh, you can't do that one. I caught this morning's Morning Minion, Kingdom of Daylight, still think
Play
Drawn
record.
Falcon and his riding of the high.
Hold on, no, what, no. We haven't done Carl yet.
Wait a minute, K-Man. Anything you can remember from school that you learned, that you had to maybe, memorise?
French.
Not necessarily French, you could be...
Anything you can remember. This can be anything you remember from school, apart from the orange stuff stops cancer.
Yeah.
It's not the cough that carries you off, it's the coffin that carry you off in.
Play a Dandy Warhols, get off. Getting a little bit blasé now. Steve's just wandered off to make the tea.
He's talking to Dermot.
Can he? Is he not really? Is he?
Yeah.
Is he just down there? Can he hear this?
Nah.
That is a bit shoddy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not
I'm
good.
going to see Pop Idol tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you think will win? Will or Gareth?
I don't care.
Do you really?
No, it was in...
Was I boring you? Sorry.
It was in Leicester Square, right? The little lad.
Yeah.
In big coach with his head on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, how long's he been around?
Was it an accident?
No, but do you know, like, those ones that footballers have?
Big heads.
No, they're really big coaches. I mean, he's only a small
Big
lad.
coach, what,
I
like?
don't know why he needs a
Trainers, you mean?
big coach. Look, if you're just going to be like that, I'm not telling you.
Sorry, go on.
Big coach
Yeah.
with his head on the side, and he
Yeah.
came in... And
His
he's
picture
like,
on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and about 200 kids screaming and going mental for him.
Really?
I just don't think it's right. No, it's not. I mean, it's been around for, what, a couple of weeks. And the way everyone keeps going on about his stuttering...
What, you think they should really concentrate on worshipping worthy sort of things like S Club 7 and A1 and...
Look...
Who have been around for a year?
So you pick on me when Steve's not
Well, it's
around.
only a joke,
Steve,
isn't it? Here he comes. Here he comes. He can't believe it.
But it's just the way, like... They keep going on about the stuttering.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Well, you were late. What are we meant to do?
You're playing on a record!
Oh, we can't possibly go on without Steve. Oh, we need Sting. What?
Hey? Dude, that's the reason you should do it without me! That meant nothing! So, probably a good reason not to let you have this cup of tea. But I will anyway.
Thanks. Cheers, thanks. Just saying that Karl thinks all this nonsense about Pop Idol is a little bit sort of shallow because they've not been around long enough to be worshipped by children.
Just saying there when you were talking to
Unlike
me,
Santa Claus, who's been around forever.
Yes.
He was in Leicester Square in a big coach of his own.
Who was?
Gareth. He's only a small lad. Yeah, biggest coach I've ever seen.
A coach?
Yeah. One of those like National Express coaches.
He just probably come down from wherever it is he lives.
No, with his head on the side.
What?
We went through this.
His own coach, not like.
You mean like a
tourist
tour
one.
bus?
Yeah, but with his head on the side.
With his face on
so
the
it's
side?
his own coach.
Was he driving it?
Was he really nasty? Go, we can't have a toilet break yet. You had your chance.
Yeah.
Sit down.
But it's just
Wait
the
till
way
we get the
everyone-
services.
I'm finishing this fag and then we're moving on.
How can
And if you're
everyone-
not back from the toilets, I'm gone.
Yeah. It's a lovely restaurant here. Alright, Jeff. Well, you know the people. Yeah, well, not my brother-in-law or anything.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't have been quite as snappy as that if he'd been saying all that.
No.
Yeah, well, that's it. Everyone keeps talking about the stuttering, but they never go on about his asthma, and he's got really bad asthma.
They
You're
don't.
right, you're right, we should attack the asthma more as well.
Do you think he's held that back for the final? Do you think he's bringing out the big guns for the final? Oh, and by the way, I've got...
Did you do a
Asthma.
It's the way he does that.
Well, he's trying to... That's
That's
his
not
therapy.
asthma, Carl. That's him trying to breathe in order to help him speak.
That's his
Have
therapy.
you guessed about the asthma?
I thought
you read
you
that
read
somewhere?
this or something. What you thought his asthma was because he goes... That's him. He has to do that to get over the... That's
stuttering.
take me back. That's a
Right.
therapist.
I haven't got bad asthma then.
What if you ever have kids?
Maybe he hasn't got asthma.
When you
yet.
cross a road, don't bother looking both ways.
Yeah.
Just walk straight
I
across.
love that. Imagine a doctor saying that. Oh, not asthma. No, he does that. Has he? No, it's not asthma then. Okay, well, I'm stuck.
We better
then.
operate. Well,
Yeah, well, don't operate. He's just... No, he just fell over.
No,
Yeah.
I heard him breathing heavily.
Yeah.
Probably got something lodged.
I've got a story about breathing heavily after this next record.
Jolly good.
Farrah Munch. Got you. Although Steve thinks it's Farrah Monk.
It makes more sense, don't you think? Monch is a bit of a rubbish word, whereas monk, brilliant.
Yeah, but
Let's not discuss it.
No, let's not get into a big highfalutin
Yeah, exactly.
phonetics argument.
No.
They can call themselves what they want.
That's up to them.
And good luck to them.
Yep, good guys, good guys.
Now, I am going to Pop Idol tonight.
Yep.
this is what started it until he said there was a young kid being screamed at by kids because he had his own coach with his head on the side.
Yeah.
You know, you did sort of like...
I don't know where you're going there, Rick, because you know who's going to win. It's going to be Gareth, and there's no...
Not necessarily.
Yes, it is, Rick. Oh, it is.
No.
Don't even fool yourself trying to drum up some excitement.
Well, look, wait. You see, they both got about the same vote, and Darius has got like 1.5 million. Now, I don't think the Darius vote was sort of like the Gareth sort of floating voters, because he's a cute kid and everything, and he sort of like looks like a pop idol. And, but he's not as good a musician, and I think maybe when people went for Darius, they were a bit kitsch, but I think they might...
Do you want to make a wager?
Oh, well, I bet Gareth will win.
Exactly. You see? You may as well stay home, Rick. You just want to go to meet PJ and Duncan.
Yeah, they call themselves Out on Deck nowadays.
Well, fair enough.
They're my favourite.
They'll always be PJ and Duncan to me, and they're brilliant.
They are brilliant, aren't they? They're the best
but it
presenters.
seems to me there's no one else like on TV that kind of unites everyone. I don't think there's anyone really that can honestly say, if they're being honest, that they don't like Ant and Dec.
I know.
It's like there's no one else like
Phone
it.
in if you don't like Ant and Dec.
And I'd like to hear your arguments for it, because I tell you, and I'm not saying about this ironically. Oh, I like a couple of kids presenters ironically. I think they're genuinely good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're likeable. They're funny.
Yeah, and you can see they've got a great relationship as well.
They've got that sort of Morecambe and Wise every man appeal. They're brilliant.
Yeah. Well, we love Ant and Dec.
Did you see in the week there was what's his name? The fellow that Dominic Mohan in The Sun. He's the kind of entertainment guy. Yeah. And he had sort of 10 questions that should be answered about Pop Idol, because he thinks everyone's got a vested interest in Gareth winning. And there are various questions. One of which was, why is it that Gareth only seems to stutter when he's being interviewed live?
It's because he's nervous, isn't it?
Yeah. We've answered that one for you, Dominic. He was trying. You realised that he'd written a list and he didn't really have enough to fill up 10.
Although you were nasty about his stutter. You said it annoys you.
No, I'm not arguing that the stutter annoys me. His query was he thought that he was affecting the stutter
How
in order
can
to
you
win
be
in the
annoyed at someone stuttering, though?
Really annoys me, because it's just embarrassing. It's cringeworthy. See, the thing is this: I know people say, it shouldn't be an issue, right? We're talking about a pop idol. Now, everyone accepts the fact that he's got to be a good-looking guy to be a pop idol. We all accept that, and I'm saying I also want him to be able to speak properly to be my pop idol. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having a stutter.
But I'm not
saying there's anything wrong with being ugly.
That is true. There is true that if there's a body fascism.
Yeah, there should also be a vocal fascism.
Yeah, but there's not a trauma if you don't look like a pop star. There is a trauma in society if you can't speak normally. So it's a much bigger issue.
His trauma?
Well, yeah, of course it is.
But it's not. I'm not arguing about what we think, because a lot of people think that a lot of people get abuse if they're ugly. I mean, I'm guessing. I'm assuming that's the case.
Well, I can't speak very well.
No, I don't know if that's the case. But
we'd make one great pop star between us.
I don't think so.
My looks and your talkie. Although you sound like some sort of weird Wurzel.
I'm not trying to be a pop idol. People can idolise me in their own small way as a great radio presenter.
Dear. Oh, God. Look at us three. Imagine if we tried to be like BB Mac or Light Funky Ones. I'm just thinking of like 3 good-looking guys. Genesis.
Did I mention about when we were in America? Did I mention that last week?
The Police, no?
Did I mention this to you, Carl?
Oh.
Sure, I mentioned it last week.
Yeah.
When I was in America at a wedding, went to a wedding with some friends. We were walking through America, there's 5 of us walking down the street in New York, and a car pulls up, and some Chinese tourists lean out, and they went to us, "Excuse me, are you NSYNC?" And we said, "Yes, we are." And they were taking our photo and stuff.
Just think of Steve at the back, sort of like 2 foot taller than the
Which
others.
member of NSYNC is 2 foot taller than all the rest?
Don't Chinese people like tall people or something?
Right, play record.
No, seriously.
No, because it's...
I don't think you know what you're talking about, Carl. We're likely to get in dangerous territory.
Yeah. Don't Chinese people like tall people?
There's something... I'm sure. Do you know, like I was...
Phone in if you're Chinese and you like
Carl,
tall people.
what worries me is that when they did Chinese lessons, you were down the beach in Wales.
In Ruth Maddock.
Paul Maddock.
Paul Maddock?
Oh. Do you want to play Lou Reed?
Oh, this is Song for the Lovers. It's a beautiful track. It's Satellite Love. It's classic. It's gorgeous. It's Lou Reed.
Rick, can I dedicate this to someone?
Go on then.
Carl, you shouldn't have pressed the button.
Well, he's doing his job. You shouldn't have said, "Can I dedicate this to someone?"
We've had a letter.
Yeah.
Sophie wants to dedicate a song to her boyfriend Peter. They're firm fans of the show. Let's play Satellite Love for them by Lou Reed.
Beautiful song for the lovers.
Don't ruin it this time, Carl. Oh, brilliant. How to ruin a song by Ricky Gervais. Do you want to explain what you were doing?
I was just singing along to the backing vocal,
You're not just singing along.
doing it like a mental.
Well, just give us a blast.
Well, I haven't got my headphones on. I've got to do it in time, haven't I? Now, because wait, was it? Is it finished?
It's finished now.
And it was just going when Bowie, well, Bowie goes satellite. I was going like that.
Yeah. But in room 101, you're going to put irritating people.
I know, but it's something nice what making.
Are you going to climb down that little thing and climb in yourself?
It's sort of, yeah, maybe.
You know they have sort of a visual representation of the thing that irritates them. They always have that, like Shakespeare, there would be a bust of Shakespeare's head. Just a picture of you.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Oh dear. Bowie in the background, Satellite Love, song for the lovers. I should have like sung along on air.
I love the idea of you when that came out, you know, sort of 17, got a girl back to your place, you know, just making out with her. Just that record's on in the background, you just go, ow! I'm gonna have to shoot off now, Rick. Ow! Just send me to it, I'll enjoy myself. Ow! I'll finish myself off. Ow!
Oh dear! Oh, you can't do that!
Oh, we've cheapened that song. You've ruined that song forever for me now.
No, I haven't.
But see, the thing about Lou Reed is, because Perfect Day, just a genius song, but we can never play it now, can we, because of that BBC ad?
No, because I'll tell you what's her name coming in at the end, M People.
Yeah.
That thing she does with her voice.
That song. There's a couple of songs that have kind of, like I always remember,
and who's that one that goes, it's such a perfect day!
Yeah, something of opera, Ponce.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a song. Any other songs ruined because of their association with things? That song, First Time, which was on the Coke ad. First time, first love. Ruined now, because that was on Coke.
Wasn't that Fallen on Blondes?
Oh, that was Robin Givens, wasn't
Robin
it?
Givens, yeah. What was didn't Fallen on Blondes do something like that?
No, not
I just keep seeing Fallen on Blondes in the playlist.
I think Fallen on Blondes they ruined their own career by writing songs.
Yeah.
It's becoming a feature.
Yeah, we should play Fallen on Blondes one week.
Rick, I was going to say something to you before we got sidetracked. What were we talking about, Carl? Oh, we were talking about,
We nearly lost it then a bit, but I think we pulled it back.
It's okay, no, we had a fascinating fact that we were going to surprise
Oh yeah,
Carl with.
if everyone in China, Carl...
This is true, Carl.
Right,
Carl,
listen to
wake
this.
up and listen.
Listen, if everyone in China jumped, it wouldn't be hard to coordinate. They did hands across America. They did up yours, the laws, right? We can coordinate this. We can get the sun involved or something, right? Everyone, 1.2 billion or something, jumped up and down at the same time.
Shut up. You're not explaining this clearly.
It would
enough.
cause a tidal wave that would destroy America.
If every person in China jumped up at the same time, that would cause a tidal wave that would destroy America, apparently, according to physics.
According to physics.
I don't believe it.
It is, no, true, it's a fact. We're not making this up. We both know this is a fact.
We're not making it up. We've heard it, but
Yeah.
obviously I don't know what that's based on. Someone going, just had a terrible thought, Mr. President. What is it? No, you know the atomic bomb and all that? Yeah, forget it. Forget it. If everyone in China jumped up and down, they'd wipe us out, right? You know what I mean?
See, there should be some Chinese leader just threatening them with that.
Yeah, just showing them a picture of everyone just poised.
just pictures of China people just crouching.
On pogo sticks.
Exactly.
Just a billion
Or
Chinese people.
Just all stood on the Great Wall of China, about to jump off. That'd be brilliant.
Oh,
See, look
dear.
at Carl, he's dumbfounded, he's scared now.
He's scared now, ain't you?
But there's more chickens in the world than people.
Oh,
Play record.
well, that's brilliant. If you can substantiate that, please get in touch.
White Stripes, fell in love with a girl, XFM 104.9, 1:05 of a Saturday. That's what DJs say.
Of a Saturday, yeah.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
a Saturday.
Fast approaching.
Yeah, time fast approaching 1:10. What do you mean it's fast approaching? What's it speeding up, is it? Time's speeding up as it gets towards 2:10. Shut up.
Ricky Gervais, obviously.
With him, Steve Merchant.
Yeah, and Karl
Let's
Pilkington.
not forget Karl P, the K-man.
He's growing on people now.
Love him. People love him.
People was thinking, oh God, he's too much. Now they're going, they love him. Like same as you. I mean, they still think you talk a little bit too much, but I mean, they love Karl. You know, but I shouldn't say that because it rock your confidence.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I am a man of nerves. Sorry, I'm sidetracked, Rick, because I'm looking on the internet here, on the website for XFM.
Yeah.
Because I was, well, partly bored, but also I was looking on the other day.
That's nothing I said though, was it?
No,
Right.
no. And there were some people commenting on the show.
Yeah.
And one person on there, I'm trying to find it, I don't want to misquote them, but basically, as far as I remember, they said that we knew even less about the music than the DJs that are on in the week.
Right. That's I think that is scientifically impossible.
Yeah.
So they've embarrassed themselves.
Exactly.
I think it's impossible.
You can't know less than the people that
I don't think so.
It's like it's like trying to multiply 0. You just end up with 0. It doesn't make sense.
I checked with Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge. He should know. But I don't think that's really annoying.
It's so annoying because I'll tell you this, we are passionate about the music and we do know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just because we don't read the back of the CD box like
and play the list we're given with the 9 CDs that are on the playlist every month.
There's a piece of paper here.
The Carl's looking at me like he's thinking, oh no, we're having a go.
You've given away the magic of radio. You get pieces of paper here, and they've got little bits of details. So, for instance, White Stripes, this is the next single off White Blood Cells, February 2002. Now, it sounds like we know about the music. We read that off a piece of paper.
Exactly. Whereas, when we say about music and we're wrong, at least it's 'cause we didn't know.
Exactly.
See?
Alright? Don't criticise us.
Ash, there's a star. One of my bands of 2001, Ash.
Was it?
Yeah, they've come through. I didn't like them at first. Thought, a bit too lo-fi. But I think they've worked at it. They do good songs. They're good performers, and I think they're probably thoroughly nice chaps.
Sure.
All right. We didn't say hello because we were away for a couple of weeks. We didn't come back and go, oh, we're back, did we? It's like nothing ever happened.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, you?
Yep. Carl?
Yeah, it's alright.
Lovely. Okay, let's crack on.
Good. I went on holiday after Christmas,
Yeah.
and so did our mutual friend Phil Belker.
Yeah, good man.
He was in Lanzarote and he told me one of the funny. I don't know if I can tell this on the radio. I'll have to say the C word. I'll just go. It's in a sentence, so I just go you see when it comes, and you'll know that he's saying the terrible word. Just didn't want to ruin the anecdote. Anyway, they're walking along one evening in Lanzarote, and there's lots of Brits there apparently, and Phil overhears a sort of married couple arguing. They're having to go home a bit early, and she's saying to him, she went, for Christ's sake, every time we come out drinking, you always shit yourself. Right?
Wow.
Always, not once. So he's going, I've told you, he said, it's not the drink, it's the weather. She went, the weather. You'll be blaming the food next, you see. I don't think they should have got married.
Wow.
Or when did you think the shitting themselves started? Must have been after the marriage, because if you're courting, and they go, went out with Derek again, did you last night? Yeah, how was it? The evening was lovely, the meal was nice, but he shut himself. Again. That's 5 dates, 5 different heaps of shit.
But I think I can change him.
I think I can change him, yeah. It must have happened after the marrying. Or he just might have think, oh God, or he's got to that age where I think, look, I'll just empty it when I get home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep going up and going to the toilet,
It's the ice that does it.
Carl is right, I think. It is the ice.
What do you mean?
People forget, they say, oh, don't drink the water when you're on holiday, and they don't. They drink, they buy Evian and stuff.
Oh, I see.
They forget about the ice.
The ice cubes, you're right, in a bar. Made from tap water.
And that can do it, can it?
Yeah.
But she said every time you're drinking, didn't she?
I assume that she wasn't drinking ice then.
Yeah.
I mean, why is it just happened to him?
Let's be honest, everyone that goes on holiday doesn't end up crapping themselves.
Yeah, they usually make it to a toilet.
He does it every time he drinks, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, apparently.
Just don't let him carry the baguettes.
He's good, isn't he?
Oh, Carl comes out with
He
something.
does now and again,
High
doesn't
five,
he?
Carl. That was sweet, man.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, respect you.
Right, we've got another feature now.
Yes, this is a feature which we introduced before Christmas, and it was so popular, we brought it into 2002 as well.
Yeah, we've carried it over with us. It's an interesting thing, and I don't think we'll ever run out of features for
I
it.
don't think so.
Go on, then what's the feature called, Steve?
It's rather brilliantly called A Song That I Like.
Yeah.
And in it, let me explain.
Go on.
What I do is, in it, I play a song.
What, that you like, or?
That I like.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
so you just pick a few, let me go, I'm going to explain this. All the songs, right, there are, Carl, Steve likes some of them, he doesn't like others.
Exactly.
But, for this particular feature, the only songs that'll be in this section will be the ones that he likes.
If you think you're going to hear songs that I don't like, you're wrong. Let me clear that up straight away.
Yeah.
Songs that I like.
What song have you chosen to play?
Thank you very much for asking. I have chosen, and it's something I've only been introduced to recently, but I did enjoy it, and it seemed, just felt contemporary. It's Patti Smith and the classic Blue
Oh,
Moon.
fantastic.
Play it, Carl.
Right. No, I'm going to interview Steve. You know, because I used to be a chat show host. Well, I am a chat show host. Well, did you see me at Ricky Gervais?
No. I worked on it and I didn't watch it. No one watched it.
That's terrible.
No one watched it.
What do you think, Carl?
I loved it.
See?
Are you thinking of Parkinson?
And I didn't know Ricky then, so I'm being fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to interview Steve Merchant now.
Okay.
Live on air, XFM 104.9. We should say that more often.
Yes. Ricky Gervais.
Because they might tune, I think they've got a hospital radio by mistake. Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah. Okay, Steve Merchant. Great to be here.
Thank
Hi.
you
Now, you're a very tall man, if
Yes.
I might say. You're 6'7", aren't you?
Yes.
Was that a bit of a problem at school?
Well, yeah, a few jokes here and there.
Yeah,
a bit
okay.
of gentle ribbing, but nothing too problematic.
What's the weather like up there?
Well, exactly.
Skinny, all that sort of. Oh, you're lanky.
Yeah,
oh dear. And
that,
what about the glasses?
Well, I wear glasses, but again, that wasn't really a problem, you know.
They didn't call you Four Eyes,
No,
really.
not really.
They call you Four Eyes, Freaky Lank thing. They call you Freak Pot, Freaky the Freakish.
All right, I'm
Gimp,
not sure I'm
Four-Eyed
enjoying this,
Git.
Rick. Stop,
What?
whoa, I'm not
Well,
sure
I'm just saying they didn't do that.
As an interview, I'm not sure that's the best approach.
Okay, and then you
I'm
left
honest.
school. You left school.
Yeah.
You went to university. There were you called Freaky,
No, I wasn't.
Freak-Eyed,
I've never been
Four-Eyed
called
Git
Freaky, Four-Eyed
thing?
Git.
Are you sure?
Never been called it.
Were you called Freaky, Lanky, Four-Eyed, Stupid Hair, Boggle-Eyed, Freak Face, Fish Face?
Is your chat show coming back? Is this what you... I never watched it. Is this what you said to people like... I mean, you had some big names on there, didn't you? Tony Hart.
Yeah.
That bloke off Ground Force.
Well, the problem was they'd either heard of me or they hadn't. Either way, they
Either
didn't
way,
want to.
it was a problem.
Yeah, it was a problem.
Who would you say was the biggest name you had?
They're all dead now.
Okay.
Probably the youngest one survived. I think Penny Smith is still with us.
Right.
Yeah. Biggest name?
You had Savile.
Jimmy
You
Savile. I
had
thought.
Daniels, Paul.
Yeah, Paul Daniels. Yeah.
But which was the biggest name, would you say, that you had on the show from the 1970s?
Peter Purvis.
Peter Purvis, of course.
He was a joy.
No,
yeah.
but
So that's just.
it's not coming back though. That show, we're not.
No, not in that form. The Channel 4 wanted to see some changes.
What sort of changes?
Ratings.
Right.
Now I'm going to play a lovely track. Thanks, Steve Merchant.
Thank you.
I'm going to play a lovely track by Elvis Costello. I think one of his first hits, maybe even be his first hit back in the 70s. This is Red Shoes.
Gloria by Patti Smith. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I love it.
It's lovely to hear that again.
I've always been one of my favourite tracks.
And as Carl pointed out, sounds remarkably like who did you mention?
PJ Harvey. Oh yeah, well, yeah. Everyone knew that. She was obviously very influenced by her.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's all right. That's allowed.
That's cool.
I like PJ Harvey too.
Exactly.
There's enough room for two.
You're absolutely right.
Here we are then.
Let's just take a moment to think about what we've done. You know.
Yeah. Well, it's been good. It's
Yeah, we've enjoyed
it's
ourselves
an
so
hour
far.
and 20 minutes. We've talked about shitting yourself.
We talked about pasties.
We've done pasties.
A number of pastries, actually.
We never got the. We should learn a competition. Who's the tastiest cartoon ever?
Well, actually,
I threw
someone
up
did
She
contribute.
Terror. I threw up Jessica Rabbit.
I've had some people contribute here on
Go
the
on.
email. We've got someone here, Dom, has emailed us. He's told us that for him, Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
Always
popular choice. Popular
And
choice.
obviously this is one I've never quite understood, Wilma from the Flintstones. I've actually always felt that Wilma, I don't know, I just thought she was a bit...
No, not
a bit
Wilma.
homely.
Betty, surely.
Yeah, Betty.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Wilma, I mean, yeah, Betty, surely, but Wilma? No, I mean,
it's
she's
just
quite
like-
homely. But Betty, yeah.
Come on, Steve. You wouldn't say no to Wilma.
No, I suppose not.
If it was
I'd be worried about Fred, if he found out.
I would. Well, I'd hate to do it. You
I
know.
don't want to do it to Fred, he's a good guy.
He is, isn't
Yeah,
he? He's a
worked
bit of a
hard.
jump.
Worked hard.
Whereas Barney, to be honest, I don't think he deserves Betty.
Do they both work in the quarry? Because, I mean, let's be honest, Fred, not a smart man. I mean, he obviously didn't come out of rock school with anything other than a couple of basic O levels.
I know, but he's a hard-working, sound sort of
But they
guy.
got a big house. They got like a TV. They got that bird thing.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
got-
I be honest, if I was Fred, I would be a little bit disappointed that my kid does nothing, whereas Barney's can lift up sort of tall buildings. Bam, bam. He's a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
strong, you know.
I mean, interestingly, Fred loves his job. He's always yabba dabba doing at the end of the day.
He does
And he spent
yabba
the whole
dabba.
day lifting rocks from one place to
I'll
another.
tell you what, I wouldn't take that from that cat, though.
I would.
If a cat picked me up by the scruff neck and put me out,
Yeah.
right, on the doorstep,
Damn
I'd
right.
go mental. I'd get rid of it.
I'd get
It is
rid
a
of
saber-toothed tiger, though, Carl, so it could rip him to shreds. It's not like a normal domestic cat you have nowadays.
You know when they go to the drive-in at the beginning?
Yeah.
And they order maybe some ribs.
Yeah,
The
that
woman
huge-
brings that huge rib, and it tips the car over.
Yeah.
Was that her first day on the job? Because
Yeah, it's
I've
got-
never been ordered before.
Yeah,
or
either it's that, or
she'd have realised.
yeah, we're out of pig. We've got brontosaurus rib. And he
Exactly.
goes, won't that knock the car over?
No, it won't.
I don't know.
Rick, can I tell you now? That was an accident waiting to happen.
It was really, wasn't it? Yeah.
And it did.
Oh dear. Mind you, I went to Texas once, and I had some ribs, and it was like the Flintstones. It was huge, and not only did it look too much like an animal that I couldn't actually eat it. I don't know who could eat it. I mean, seriously, it was 2 foot long,
Yeah.
and all the it was like half a rib cage, and I
It is
just.
incredible. My friends lived in Texas for a while, and they once were in a kind of diner, and there was you know those kind of benches that are attached to the table
yeah.
itself, like a kind of picnic bench.
Yeah.
And this huge fat guy came in. He came wobbling. He ordered like this kind of everything you can eat meal, and his fat kind of sort of kind of
It's big
wrapped
fatty
itself-
fatness fatted on the fat table.
It,
Yeah.
it wrapped itself around the table and everything.
Oh,
He was
God.
chowing down, and when he tried to leave, the table came up with him.
Oh no!
Imagine that.
I mean, they are fat, aren't they?
They're big people.
They're huge people. But it was that thing we were talking about before, that bloke on Jerry Springer Show who was like 80 stone, right? Now, I felt quite sorry for him. He was really sad and he was crying. It is rad, but my point is this, right? When he got to say 50 stones,
Sure.
didn't he go, that's too much,
That's gotta be
isn't it,
enough.
for a land animal?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's big, isn't it? I mean, I'm getting worried. I'm 13 stone, and I am genuinely getting worried. I'm thinking, oh,
Yeah,
God.
when you've got that big, when you've actually got your own mare,
yeah. When you
It's time.
have to get in helpers to look what the scale says.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 people lift up your belly and go, it's 52 stone. You go, that's too much.
Exactly.
That's too. I'm going to only have 9 breakfasts.
when you actually,
today.
when you begin to appear on the Ordnance Survey map,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. When
You've
you
got your
can
own
see-
symbol.
It's like we can see 2 things from space now: Fatty and Steve Merchant. We'll be landing
All right,
at about.
well done.
Well, no, I'm just
Having
saying
a
at
go
all. You're
there.
not fat, aren't you? You're freakish and big.
just another
Go
quick
on.
thought. Someone's mentioned Daphne from Scooby-Doo, and but I've always had a soft spot for Velma.
Velma.
Because Velma
Oh
was
no.
with glasses. I mean, I'd have had
She's
my-
clever.
Can I tell you what would have happened if I was in that environment? I was maybe on the Mystery
Your
Museum.
glasses would have got tangled
No,
up.
I'd have always had I'd always been making a play for Daphne, right? And Velma would have fancied me, but I
Yeah.
kind of always ignored it because I was playing for Daphne. And then when I finally realised it was never going to happen with Daphne, I'd have blown it with Velma. That's
Maybe
the
not
story of my
though.
life.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Sometimes those, they might, appreciate honesty. Go, listen, I've been hitting on the good-looking one. Oi, Four Eyes.
Yeah,
Do you fancy it, Chubbs?
exactly.
Something like that.
Just being honest is what you're saying.
Well, yeah.
I'm wondering, I don't mean to be libelous, but Velma, she was quite short, the glasses, the short hair.
Lesbian?
Hung around with the dog and
Lesbian?
the bloke. I'm beginning to wonder if she
Yeah.
was, maybe.
See, unfortunately, I said lesbian there, and you still carried on with your assessment of what it is to be a lesbian. It's bad enough doing the cliches of having short hair, but you said the dog.
Yeah, well, she hangs around with a dog.
Do lesbians do that?
Well, have you seen some lesbians? They're right dogs. Good night. Have you seen what I've done there? You know what I've done there, Rick? Comedy award winning.
I think it can all go wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Of course it can. So can sitting in your little room moaning about nothing happening in the world. You know, he wanted to stop educating Ricky because nothing had happened. He said, look what happened last week. I scoured the net. He said, all I found was a dog in a car wash and a parrot and a vicar. Right?
I'll tell you what, there ain't much more going on this week.
We're talking. Well, listen, me and Steve yesterday we took a day off to prove you wrong, and we've come up with 2 of the most incredible
Extraordinary.
things I told you about, and they're amazing. So there are things out there. Always, but just go for truth. Go for truth and science
Yeah,
and
that's what I do,
discovery.
that's what I do.
Don't.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fact is stranger than fiction. You don't have to revert to sort of
yeah.
like God and ghosts.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, like, the last couple of weeks I've been saying there's not much going on.
Yeah.
I found out when I was looking that there was a day in 1930, right? It was a Good Friday, there was no news, there was nothing going on. They had to put a music video on or something on the telly because there was nothing going on.
Play a record. We're going to play some classic tracks today. This is Debaser.
I know what you're getting at with the educating Ricky, but
Let's see.
you've got 3 titles.
Yeah.
That I tease you with different stories. You take your pick and I teach you something. That
Yeah.
did happen.
That's a little bit of venom. Yeah, go on.
First one is don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher.
I bet that's bacon related, knowing you.
You've got enough is anus.
Say that again.
Enough is anus.
Enough is enough.
Well,
But it's changed to enough is an anus.
yeah. And
Okay.
you've got
Yeah.
you've also got will it will it be a bloke? Oh no. Will it like a bloke or a woman?
What?
Will it like a bloke or a woman?
Will it?
Yeah.
Will it like a bloke or a woman?
Wow.
Yeah, so they're your 3 stories
Okay.
today.
Sounds exciting.
Okay, well I'll have will it
Well, we're
like...
gonna play a record now, Rick, surely.
Yeah,
And,
okay.
and come back with...
Sorry about the crowds and the big
Educated
baby.
Alright.
It's a valuable lesson learned.
I'll think of a title for him.
Right. So, 3 stories. Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher.
forward
Enough
to that.
is anus. And,
And we'll have that one then.
that one.
Yeah.
Right, well, do you believe in palm reading and stuff?
Yes.
Sorry, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, of course we do.
Right, well, there's a fella who, he used to do palm reading.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of people, he found that when he went up to him in the street and said, do you want your palm reading? He was like, a lot of them were like, you know, oh, I've you know, I'm a bit ashamed of my nails and stuff, because they're a labourer or they're a cleaner, or something like that.
I know a lot of labourers are slightly embarrassed by their nails.
Yeah.
No, but...
Yeah.
So he found
Look
that,
at my bloody hands, Reg.
well,
That's that hod carrying.
did I ever tell you that? Did I ever tell you that I got picked at school to make tea and serve biscuits to old people because I've got good nails?
No, go on. Is there any more to the story?
Well, that's about it. I mean, we used to do, like, I think the head teacher must have been getting something, maybe getting his mam in there for free or something in this old people's home. So, he offered the kids of the school, he said, right, all sit at your desk and put your hands on the table. And everyone did. And he walked past mine and he said, not bad, not bad. Yeah. And he said, you've got the afternoon off, you can go and serve biscuits and tea to the old people.
What did you say?
I said, alright then.
Was
good.
that? Yeah.
Good afternoon. But anyway, so these...
Yeah,
these
what did you do?
He just sort of walked around and went, you alright, do you want bourbons or digest?
I bet you get on with old people, wouldn't you?
it was all
I'd love to see maybe
Especially the senile ones.
yeah, no, but I'd love to see you on VH1, just in a link. They just go, you know, they've just played Robert Palmer, right? And it comes to you in a little park, and you just sit next to an old lady and go, alright? And you go, yeah, not too bad. You go, what do you think of London? Crap, innit? And she goes, yeah, it's awful, innit? And you just have a talk, and you go, alright, well, she doesn't like it. In excess.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see.
I still think my idea is better. But, so what are you going for then? Oh, you've picked one, haven't you? Yeah, so this fella...
So there's palmists going around the streets.
Yeah, he's going round and
randomly trying to give palm readings.
They're losing money, hand over fist.
Yeah.
Alright, so, they said, what he's done, he's reading people's, bottoms now.
Sorry, whoa, you just, I didn't quite follow that. He was a palm reader, that wasn't making money, so now he's going up to people in the street and saying, can I see your arse?
Basically, yeah.
So from being a palmist to an arsonist.
Well, they just... That's what he does. He said these same sort of lines and that you get on your hand, you get them on your bottom, and he can read them.
Right.
Yeah, he's not a pervert or anything, or making up as he goes along.
No, that's it. That was that.
So, sorry, if a man came up to you in the street and said, can I have a look at your arse?
Can I read your arse?
You'd drop your trousers, would you?
No. If he went up to him and they said, oh, I'd rather you didn't, because I'm a labourer, I've got bad fingernails.
No, that's why I've seen, that's what a lot of labourers, they're showing their cleavage, you think, but actually they're having their arse read.
Absolutely.
That's that's what it is.
And then, right...
So is that the end of the story?
Yeah. But then because...
That's it. Educating Ricky is, there's a bloke who reads arses.
No, but
You're
then,
a mentalist.
But no, but
what are you talking about?
But then, do you know, like, now and again I come up with a little jokey line. Thought I'd make an effort today for VH1 or MTV.
Yeah.
Little line there. Don't worry, it won't last. It might just be a splash in the pan.
Okay.
Phil Collins next.
Yes, let's play some Phil. Let's play some Phil.
Right, so,
you better get that out of you. Karl Pilkington.
Educating Ricky, will we carry on?
Yeah.
Right, you've got left. Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. And, will it like fellas or will it like women?
Well, you said wool before.
Yeah, will it.
Go on then, I'll have wool it.
Right, now this is similar to the one you were talking about before, right? They've found out that,
They.
Yeah.
scientists.
Oh, yeah.
I've found out
17th century?
that, like now, 1 in 10 rams are gay.
1 in 10 rams are gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like Wallet. That's how I could get that in. They got a load of gay and straight rams.
Right.
Right. They worked out which were which first. They said, right, that bunch there is a gay bunch.
They looked better. They just had more pride in their appearance.
And the other ones, you know, the straight ones. And then they gave them to this scientist and said, right, go on, do what you've got to do. And they took the brains out of all of them.
Just to check.
And they did tests on the brain, and it worked out that they've got something smaller in the brain. The gay ones have got something in the brain that makes it smaller. And they said, right, well, that's probably how it's going to work on males. On like males and females and like humans.
So you took from this that gays have smaller brains than straight people?
No, there's something in the brain.
Right, go on.
So if someone's saying, you know, oh, I'm a gay, or they're not sure or whatever, they will now be able to find out.
So you can go to the doctor and to find out if you're straight or gay.
Is there any gay in my brain? Let's have a look. Do. You've got a little bit of a gay in you, yes. A little bit of gay in there. Yes, you've got the, you've got a little bent cell there.
Well, that's why they did it, anyway.
I don't understand how they could differentiate which were straight and which were gay to begin with, before they then gave it to the scientist. Wasn't that what the scientists figured out?
How
could they tell? Were they
there's
sort
one
of
theory
mincing
that it's genetically determined. There is one. There is a theory that's genetically determined, but I don't think it's as easy as pulling a sheep's brain apart and finding a little pink sort of like blob in there, and going, right, we've taken the gay out, now he's going to go and shag some ewes. I don't think it's that straightforward. Although homosexuality does occur at a similar sort of rate in animals, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you knew that, didn't you?
So that's that one. I mean,
I just like the idea of the farmer figuring out which is straight and gay. Well, that one's wearing quite a camp-looking neckerchief.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking maybe he's gay.
Is that, yeah. I love the fact they can,
that was a big fan of Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Yeah. They put on ABBA and see which ones dance.
Exactly.
That's how they...
Which one, yeah. Put on like Barbara Streisand and see which ones sing along.
That shit is rubbish. What did I find out?
What did you just say that is rubbish?
No, I found out other stuff in the week that didn't make the top 3.
Wow.
We haven't even had the...
This must be mediocre stuff. This must be really bad.
Yeah, or it might be dubious. Go on.
There's a woman in Ireland who has been with a fella for 11 years.
Yeah.
She always saying to him, you know, when are we going to get married and that? And he's like, oh, we don't need to. You know, we're happy and that. Do you know, like I am with Suzanne, it's like, there's no point, really.
Yeah.
Unless you have a kid, I don't think you need to, do you?
Right.
So, he was like, we'll do it in time and all that. Anyway, he comes home from work one day. He says, oh, go on then, we'll get married. She was so shocked, her hair fell out.
Oh, did you get that? Wow.
So...
That's extraordinary.
And what did he say? Oh, I'm not marrying you, Baldy.
Yeah. Well...
She was so shocked her hair fell out.
Yeah.
I love the idea of it just going to the ground.
Fell out, yeah.
Yeah, what else?
Right, that's rubbish. That's rubbish. Next.
You've also got,
it's weird, isn't it, Rick, that the stories that we made up are more plausible than the facts he's actually giving
I think we tried too hard. I think we tried to...
That's what he's willing to believe. He's willing to believe that a woman's hair fell out when her husband came out saying, let's get married then. Oh, you old romantic.
Well, yeah, then, here's a good one.
Go on, then.
Right, in Dubai, this woman went to Dubai for a holiday. And, she was over there, and apparently in the markets...
Bitten by a spider?
They sell lizards.
Oh, go on.
Right, just, like, for people to buy. So she buys one, not knowing that you're not really meant to take him out of the country.
Sure.
Puts it in a bag.
Yeah. As you do.
What have you? And, then she gets to the airport when she's going home, she's thinking, I can't really leave it in my bag. So, she puts it on her head.
On her head?
Wears it as a hat.
She wore the lizard as a hat?
Yeah. People on the plane were just like, yeah, everything's fine, you know, they're doing the cross-checks and that.
Yeah.
Have you got your seatbelt on? Yeah.
There's a woman there with a lizard hat.
Everything's going well. She gets off the plane at Manchester Airport. Lizard sticks its tongue out.
Yeah.
The air hostess says, what are you doing with that? She goes, I've had it.
Lizard said, I just found her in Dubai.
They said, I've had this with me all journey, and they said, well, you shouldn't have done, and they took it off her.
Yeah, I think that is true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about that?
Yeah, good, yeah.
That educated me. Right, what, any more?
Well, what's that taught you? That's taught you, you know, be careful when smuggling lizards back as some kind of hat.
Yeah, don't just say, lizard, keep your tongue in, you twat. Not at the customs officer! Yeah.
And, what else?
Anyone didn't quite make it?
Anything to declare? I've got a lizard on my head.
We've got an old saying one, if you want that.
Go on then.
Are these ones, sorry, are these ones that didn't make the list?
These are ones that didn't make it.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I always get more in than I need to, just in case.
Just think if someone's just tuned in now. Is Anders listening? Is,
well, I'll tell you,
Dickie Anderson?
I've got an email from Richard Anderson, Dickie Anderson.
Go on.
The Dick Machine, which...
the big dick.
The big dick, which... now, this is interesting. I mean, I think we're wearing him down. Ricky, I think your show might be improving.
Go on.
That sense of despair and loneliness I normally feel when listening to your show doesn't seem so bad today.
He's desensitised to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he's given up. Or he's just given up. Yeah. I mean, you listen to this long enough and your standards will drop.
Let's play a tune. Let's come back with some more Carl's, I don't want to use the word facts.
No, he's got more screen testing now. The camera's ready for you. Yeah.
Right, so
let's get out of this house.
We've got one more.
Go on.
Educating Ricky to
go on, quick then. I need educating.
Right. Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher.
How was he going to outwit Darren Brown? You said something in the break.
Oh, I have to say, Darren Brown, who, we bumped into as well, and he did this incredible trick where he puts £40 down on the table. He says, I can tell you which hand you've got a £1 coin in, let's say 5 times out of 5, you know, so I have a £1 coin in one hand, I put it behind my back, I bring my hands out, and he can tell me every single time which hand it's in by asking questions, by doing various things.
Well, he doesn't ask, but he just goes, no, you might put it in that one, you might do the same again, but then you're an intelligent person, you're probably not right, he goes, so it's in that one, and he does it every time, it's incredible.
It's absolutely majestic. And I mentioned this to Carl.
Yeah.
And, well, Carl, you tell me how you think you could outwit Darren Brown. Because your dad used to do this trick, you told me.
My dad used to play this.
Yeah. How old were you?
Dunno, probably about 10.
So you probably weren't as sharp as you were now, then?
So he used to play it, and the way of telling what hand he's got it in, his hand looks bigger. So that's what you've got to do.
That's how he did it then! Yeah. That's
so to catch Darren out, to catch Darren out...
It was a bit different, because he did it with golf balls, but
to catch Darren out, Carl told me, Rick...
He did it with a spud!
To catch Darren out, the hand which hasn't got the coin in, just make it slightly bigger. Just make it, extend it slightly, so it's slightly larger, and that'll catch Darren out. He'll never be able to stop
that's how he did it.
Or, just put £1 in each hand, and wind him up. Just go, no, you're wrong.
You are brilliant, Carl.
Yeah.
Do this one.
Did your dad used to do the one where he takes your nose off of your face and puts it between his fingers?
Did you keep going to the doctors?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Right.
You know how that's done? You know he's not actually taking your nose off.
It's his thumb. Go on.
It is his thumb.
Last one.
Yeah.
Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. It's been a mess today, hasn't it?
What do you mean it's been a mess?
It's been a mess.
What has?
This.
What? The show?
Yeah.
How has it been any worse?
It's just all over the place. There's no sort of, it's not tight like it normally is. And she'll be going away with this, thinking that's what the show would be like.
She listens to the show, she knows it's a shambles every week. Go on.
Well, don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher.
Yeah.
Do you know the saying, ham it up?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Right, well, do you know what it means?
Well, it means to overact.
Right. Well, years ago, with actors in musicals and stuff, the actors used to look pretty ill on the stage because they didn't have proper makeup and that.
Right.
Right. So, what they used to do, to make themselves look...
Rub their face in pigs?
Well, they got bacon, rubbed it on the face, and it made the face a bit sticky because of all the, like, you know, the pig fat and bit of lard and stuff like that. And then they'd go and get some bricks.
Bricks?
Yeah, house bricks. Rub them together, make some sort of red dust from the brick, and then put the dust on the face. And the fat and the lard and that would make the dust stick to the face. And they'd look well under the lights. And that's where they'd
smell great as well.
Yeah, well...
Lovely, everyone likes the smell of bacon.
No, but, so that's the old, ham it up, that's where that comes from.
You know, if it's true, I've no reason to think that it's not.
So that's your third Educating Ricky today. So, what have you learned?
Nothing. Absolutely sod all.
You've got your hamming it up.
Yeah.
Rams are gay. They know which ones are gay now.
Now!
And,
at last, thank God.
The fella who can hand read An arse.
If you missed the rest of the show, what are you going to make of that? Have you just tuned in?
You are a maniac, Carl.
Professional. I was having a cup of tea. 100 Reasons there on XFM 104.9, just gone half 2.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, with Steve Merchant.
Hi.
Alright.
Rick, we've got a couple of emails in here, and they're saying they enjoyed your performance over the Christmas period on a programme called 100 Greatest TV Moments.
Yeah.
Did you do an interview or something? What was the deal? I didn't see this.
Yeah, the Office was in there, wasn't it? And I was interviewed for it.
But what are they talking about? They enjoyed your performance. Come on, tell me
You
what
know, do you?
No, I don't.
It's the thing that I did on Razzmatazz.
Oh, is this where they found a clip or something?
Yeah. No, alright, I was in a band, and we had one single out or something, and I did one TV appearance when I was about, oh god, and they showed a bit of it, about 7 seconds, me on Razzmatazz. Oh god.
Razzmatazz, for those that don't remember, was like a kind of, I suppose, what was it, like a kind of CD UK of its time?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And, oh god. And it was of the time, sort of new romantic. And
they showed a clip of this?
I looked about 10 and about 5 stone, with hair and makeup and girly clothes. My sister actually said I looked like Posh Spice.
Brilliant.
There's a funny story about that, right? Because we were rushed and we had to do this thing, and oh god, and we were meant to take a flight to Newcastle. And
where were you travelling from? London?
Yeah, but we got there, and we didn't have tickets, we were told to be there, but the A&R man overslept. Right, for the record company, overslept, and it was terrible, and we were fretting, and eventually it was too late to get the plane, we missed the plane, we had to get a train, and it was really kind of fine. They were back and forth, they're going, yeah, if they come now, we can still do it, we're going to miss it, and this was like a big promotional thing. And we got there, and they went, oh, God, right? And I had this sort of like jumpsuit I was wearing that I'd cut off, put that on backwards.
A jumpsuit?
Yeah,
brilliant.
I know, it was
what was
bad.
on the clip?
Yeah, I had that on back to front, and there was no time, and I think I even mimed wrong at one point, and it was awful. But the funny story is this, that when we were there, we didn't have our tickets.
This was at the airport?
We bumped into Bucks Fizz. the guys and girls from Bucks Fizz and their manager, so there's like 5 of them, right? And there's 2 of us, and they had 5 tickets. And Bucks Fizz tried to smuggle us through. And so they went through the things, right, and they went, tickets please, and he just waved 5 tickets that he had, like that, goes, this is us, right, and they went, well, can I have a look at them? And they went, there's only 5 here, and they just looked at us and went, sorry lads, we tried. We were nearly smuggled through.
By Bobby. Carol.
They couldn't even with their powers, they were the height of their powers.
That was like make-believe time.
They'd already done making your mind up. I thought if anyone can get us through customs check, it was the Fizz. But even the Fizz
what I like
could not get
that
us
reassures
through.
me, I have to say, about kind of airplane travel. You
Yeah.
know, in these kind of troubled times, it's
Yeah.
nice to know that even someone like Bucks Fizz couldn't get, smuggle someone through.
That's good, because even, the top security man went, hold on, there's 5 in the Fizz, there's 5 tickets, those 2 lads are not going through.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes you more secure about air travel now.
Well, it's lovely if I'm in America, and I see 5-star,
Yeah.
trying to get through customs.
With 2 other lads.
Exactly, I think, wait a minute, what's going on there?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, security guy stopped him, it's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
We know there's only 5 in 5-star.
Oh.
It's lovely to know that.
Yeah.
I love the fact, and did you know the Fizz previous? Was this your first run-in with the Fizz?
No, they were doing the Taz, same as us, they were doing the old Raz, same as us.
Did you recognise the Fizz and go, oh my god, that's the Fizz, let's try and sneak in with them, or did they recognise you? How did it work?
They wouldn't have recognised us.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. I love the audacity of going up to Bucks Fizz and saying, try and smuggle us in. Can you try and break aviation law for us?
Now, yeah. Now it's time to make your mind up. We're going to the land of make-believe. I did that and they laughed. They went, brilliant.
Yeah.
We'll get you through, lads.
Yeah.
Just stay tight. I was actually on top of Bobby's shoulders in a long coat.
Lovely.
Yeah, but Bill...
Well, seriously though, I don't understand what their plan was.
Like they would have gone, yep, through.
It's the Fizz, let them through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't bother checking the...
It's like, not wasn't even answering, we couldn't even get to Newcastle.
Do you think it was wearing your jumpsuit backwards that sort of gave it away?
Well, no, but see, I didn't have it on then. I was just in civvies. I just had jeans and a t-shirt then. I didn't even have my hair gelled. I was just like cash.
I saw it. I thought it looked alright.
Did you?
Did you? Well,
I mean, for
Then you.
In a tight jumpsuit.
nice
Yeah.
cheekbones.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I had some cheekbones. Yeah, that was.
If anyone else saw it, or maybe they taped it and they've got a clip, because I'd love to see it. I missed it.
Well, I'll get you one.
It's like
if you
Duran
have
Duran.
it, put it. I'll tell you what. Why not create a website, and put that clip on there on a constant loop, and then send the address in, and I'll give it out, and people can check it out for themselves.
Yeah,
really.
brilliant.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll have to lose weight now.
Yeah.
First of the Game to Die, Morrissey, XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Well, Karl, you failed miserably. The scientist stuck away. Right, one more chance. What's happened in the last couple of weeks? Just one more chance to... What have you seen in the last couple of weeks?
Well, like I say, I don't really watch the news and that, so
Right.
I can't tell them about that. But in a way, I think they're better off not knowing. I think that's the only good thing about being out there, isn't it? Not knowing about the bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I can't help them there.
They don't need to look at the weather, do they?
No, don't you know? No. But tell you about the Pope and that.
Yeah, pretty extensive.
What about the EU Constitution and the no votes? What do you make of that? What are your views?
What's the problem there?
Oh, this isn't broadcasting now, is it? This is nothing. Come up with something.
Well, the fat baby then, the fat baby that they found, that was on the telly.
Right. Well, what was that?
It's just a little fat baby. That, I don't know what, it's just a little fat kid and that.
What? Tell what?
It was on the telly, it was on the telly and
But what was on the telly? You just said fat baby, fat baby, fat baby, fat baby on telly, fat baby on telly. You're meant to be telling them what's happened in the world. Tell me about the fat baby on telly.
It's just they've found some, there's this illness called Momo, right? And, they've just got this woman had a kid. It's really sad, it was on Channel 4 and that, right? And, kid's born.
You sure it wasn't Jimmy Carr?
Kid's born and that, right?
Momo?
It's called Momo,
Isn't that
yeah.
that Black Music Award?
No, right, little fat baby and that, and, there's only 3 of them in the world. These little fat babies.
Right.
And,
So
one of them...
they're in danger.
How fat? You're not telling what do you mean? How fat are they?
6 stone it was only 2. And, there's 3 of them in the world, and there was this one, and there was one in Brazil.
Are they, like, endangered? Is that the problem? Because there's only 3 of them in the world. I'm a bit worried, this is like a conservation campaign.
Hunted for their flesh.
No, it's sad. If you I know, it's easy to
shouldn't
joke and
laugh,
that, but if you'd seen it, you'd go, oh, it's a bit sad and that.
Well, I haven't seen it, and I know nothing about it.
Well, I've told you, there's 3 of them in the world.
Okay, what else was on telly?
Something I watched the other night, that was just good. Again, you know, I learn stuff from the telly. I don't watch the news.
Yeah, well, you don't learn stuff from the telly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though.
You told us there's a fat baby in the world.
Forget about them.
There's a spider eats chickens, and there was a fat kid. That's
Forget them in Iceland, right?
Yeah.
We'll give them Rockbusters later to do, right?
Iceland.
But what's her name? I'll tell you what is interesting, Steve.
What?
I didn't know that much about it. Autism.
Okay. Oh, good. There's some more entertaining stuff on XFM 104.9.
No.
Just to cheer up people. Go on, and what? Come on.
No, right. Have you heard about it, Steve? What
Autism?
It scares me to death when he comes up, when he touches on a serious subject. We've been talking about wheeling a dead pope round, the Chinese don't age well, and ginger people are hated, and now we're going to touch on a really, I mean,
No, I said
my heart's in my throat. Go on, Carl, then tell me your insights to autism.
Right, well, there was this, again, Channel 4, coming up with some good stuff at the moment, right? It might have been Channel 5. But what's the name?
It's the attention span I like!
It's these people who, they've got like this autism thing going on.
Yeah.
And, they sort of take in a lot of information, they get sort of they get so into it that they know everything about that subject and what have you, right? And there was this lad who, he knew everything, right, about EastEnders.
Right.
He sort of, the cameraman was saying to him, so, you know, why EastEnders and that? And he said, oh, I don't know, I just like it. And he said, I remember when I first watched it, it was a Thursday, it was 5 to 8, Pauline Fowler walked in, she had a pink jumper on, she said, alright, love. And he remembers everything from that moment on.
Yeah.
Right, and everything. Which is great, but then, the way the programme was making out, it was almost like they were saying it's a disability.
Right.
When in a way, it's more like a superpower.
Sure. Like Rain Man.
Well, if you can take
Rain Man.
No, I'm
he
not.
has special autistic powers.
Oh, God,
we were so brilliant.
I don't know what to do.
So
I don't know what to do.
So he would be a great contestant mastermind. So a autistic mastermind, he'd be
What I'm
dynamite.
saying is, don't be watching EastEnders though. Sort of, why didn't they give him an encyclopedia and say, get into that?
Sure.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Keep him away from EastEnders. Wasting his time there. But I don't think it is a disability.
No.
Yeah, well, there are other things, and they're not. It's also autism is a matter of degrees. From what I know, and I'm sorry to have to do this, but I feel that I have to at least be the voice of reason, as ill-educated as I am on the subject. But I think there's degrees of autism. I think some are higher performance than others. There's other issues with it. It's not they're just got good memories. They don't go around doing tricks for people because they can remember stuff. There are other issues with it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they seemed a bit...
You watched the programme, what did you learn? That he knows when Pauline Fowler came in?
Yeah, I mean, there was other bits where they couldn't control their emotions and stuff.
Oh, that other little bit, yeah.
But the main bit of it was he can soak up information and stuff, and I'm just saying, it didn't seem really bad. Do you know what I mean? There's disabilities where people say that's a bad disability. It's like how people say about,
This is brilliant. This is just like this is amazing to be in a room with this man. It's incredible. You just wind him up and listen to what comes out. And I'm going to sit back now. I'm not going to defend you or explain anything. Just go on and tell me about the other disabilities that are worse.
No, what I mean is how people can sometimes easily get mixed up. How people are scared of like a cyclop. Well, at the end of the day, he's got a disability. A bloke with
Who's scared of a cyclop?
No, it's
apart
just
from Jason and his Argonauts. Where's this cyclop that you're scared of?
No, I'm just saying in history and in books and that.
No, not in history. History happened.
Yeah. But
what are you thinking of? You're mixing history with Greek mythology and Roman mythology and every other type of mythology. What do you mean there wasn't really a giant cyclop that went round picking up ships and throwing them around? That's not history, Karl. Do you think Batman's history?
No, but this was it was ages ago, wasn't it? When we were sort of
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen ages ago. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Well, it might have done. There's no. I mean, what's so ridiculous about a fellow with one eye?
In the middle of his head, and he's big and scary and lives in a cave.
Why is he scary? Because he's got. What if he had 8 eyes? I'd be scared of him. At the end of the day, he's got a disability. Oh, we'll talk about it in a bit.